Hi everyone, this is Tanya from Psycho Moms, and last night I was making all the cards for Jade for the Miss Claudia card sale, and I came in this morning to clean up my workspace, and I wanted to share a little 2-minute clip with you, a 2-minute tip on what I do when I'm cleaning up. As you can see, my work surface where I was taking my applicator tool and distressing the edges of my cards, this is what my surface looked like at the end of the night. And this is color that you could normally just take a paper towel and wipe it up. But let me show you what I have been doing. If you take, I have my homemade Glimmer. You could use Glimmer mists, water, just plain water. It doesn't matter. And what I do is I spritz my surface with it just to activate the ink again that's dried up on the surface. And then I take these plain tags that I bought at an office supply store and I clean the mess up with that. Now what this has done is, one, it adds shimmer and glimmer to my tag, but it lets me use that thrown away ink up for my distressing. And it may not cover the tag completely, but what I'm basically doing is using that tag to wipe up my surface, and I've captured all of this extra ink that would have been lost right here. Look at that. Now, same thing with your little applicator tools. When these things get so grunged up and nasty that you just can't think about, keeping them any longer, take them and put them into a small glass of water and just let them submerge in there, just like you do your paintbrushes, and then wring them out. That is found color. Use that to dip your tags and go ahead and finish distressing up your items. And just remember, distress inks, dye inks, they're all water-based. So to reactivate the color on the surface, all you have to do is add water. So there's one of my little tips. Now the next tip is I never seem to have the right color rhinestone. It's hard to buy them because when you buy them, they come in a package of assorted colors, and it just seems like the color is always just a shade or two off from what I really want. So here's my solution. What I have done is I take, here's an example. All of these that you see are black now, but they started out, and I'm going to do a big one so you can see up close what I'm doing. They started out being these really obnoxious colors that I rarely use. I find that I pick out and use, a few of the colors that are in there, but for the most part, I never really use all of the colors. So I'm taking my permanent ink, which I happen to use the Bic permanent markers. If you have the Copic markers, you could use those, the Sharpies, any kind of alcohol ink or any kind of permanent marker, permanent ink. Stays on ink, any of that. And all you have to do is pick out the color of choice, which in this example I'm going to use black, and color over the top. And then you have the rhinestone, the perfect color. Now remember, it doesn't cover it completely because you do want to see some of the shine through it, but it doesn't cover it completely. It just replaces the color that's on top. So you still pick up a little hue of the purple or the pink or whatever color you're using. So if you want to use something that is a pure color, like for example, if I wanted a really soft peach, which peach is a color that I can never find in those stones, then what I'm going to do is grab a clear stone so I don't pick up color from underneath. I'm going to take my peachy colored marker and color over it, and I don't know if you can tell in the video, but now my rhinestone is peach. It's not clear any longer. Remember, permanent markers, as long as they're wet, will intensify color as you color over, but as soon as they dry, they will lift the ink from below. So if you want to blend or do anything, you can always use alcohol blending solution to blend the color to give it a little bit more vibrant color. And I don't know if you can see that or not in the video, but the color has gone. I'll put two of them up next to each other so you can see them. The color has gone from clear to peach, just like that. Anyway, hope you enjoy this tip. Leave me comments. Thanks.